Yo, what's up? It's your least favorite mixed YouTuber here, Mr. Dutch, and today we are looking at why Sony wants this song gone.
Samples have been used as the building blocks for hip-hop for a long time, but when rappers use uncleared samples, it can really lead to disaster. This is what happened to Trey Fuego. After dropping songs on SoundCloud for a year, he found a Sheck West type beat on YouTube. He liked it a lot and made a song called 90 Miles an Hour. Instead of dropping the song on SoundCloud this time, he put it out on all platforms. This song was one of the first rap songs to blow up on TikTok in 2019 when the app was just starting to push out hits. The song had as much as 155,000 videos made to it and eventually racked up around 180 million streams. Everything was going great for Trey Fuego, and in June 2020, he dropped his next hit called Miss Me. It wasn't as big as 90 Miles an Hour, but it still did pretty good. And keep in mind, Trey Fuego never signed to a label after all this success, meaning he got every penny from his songs. And at the same time, this all happened when he was still in high school. He was only 16 when all this started happening to him. But in January 2021, he gets an email. And he opens it up to see that Sony Entertainment found out about his song, but there was a problem. Remember 90 Miles an Hour? That song samples a Japanese song from the 80s, and guess who owns the right to that song? Sony. They are not happy with him because he never cleared the sample for his song. But you gotta remember, he was 16. He did not know how that worked. But when he got that email, he just ignored it.
Bro really say he did not know how that worked.
Sony tried their best to talk to him, but he was just not answering, and over a year and a half later, they finally took the song down. And in December 2022, they finally sued him. But Trey Fuego was gone. They could not find him. Throughout 2023, they tried 7 different times to find him, hired a private investigator, and they got so desperate, they went to his mama's house on Mother's Day just so they could try and find him there while he was visiting his mama. But that didn't even work. They couldn't find him while all this time he was just making TikToks.
Yes, let me repeat myself again. This man was getting sued by one of the biggest record labels in the entire world, and he was just out here making TikToks. You can't make this shit up, man.
After finally getting him in court, Sony won the case, and Trey Fuego had to pay back all the money he made from the song and another $100,000. Bro was in generational debt over one song, cause
700,000 to like what, like $800, nigga? Damn.
let's be honest, a 15-year-old is not gonna get $700,000 and not spend it. He was a child. Sony really spent over a year trying to find this guy just to get $800,000, and their reason was
Trey Fuego brazenly sought to ride the... What does that even mean?
I guess they were trying to make an example out of him, but since they wanted $800,000, he probably hasn't even paid it back yet. So what's the point? Even though Sony's tried their best to scrub the song off the internet, it's been uploaded again so many times, from lyric videos to re-uploads on Spotify. People just can't get enough of 90 Miles an Hour after 6 years. Trey Fuego still makes songs to this day, but the same song that got him in debt was really the peak of his career. And remember that other song, Miss Me? That song sampled a Tupac song, so that also got taken down. After all that, Trey Fuego started to get discouraged from making music, but eventually got the confidence to start dropping more again. He still has an audience that's been with him through thick and thin, and he makes sure that he never makes that mistake again. He's 21 now, and he really wants to leave this all behind him.
Damn. So, I guess that's what happened to that dude. I seen there's a part 2, so, we're gonna see what that is. Hold on, I'm trying to finish one of these. When's this song gone part 2 in one video.
So this is a part 2 to this video. If you watch this first, it'll make a lot more sense, but to sum it all up, there was this song that blew up on TikTok back in 2019 called 90 and May.
Gotcha, my boy. All in the same video.
by this rapper Trey Fuego. Apparently people are saying it's not 90 miles an hour, but it's actually 9 on my hip. I'ma just say 90 MH. The song blew up, got 180 million streams over the span of a couple of years, and in 2021, Sony noticed that song sampled a song they own. Since Trey Fuego never cleared the sample, they hit him up in his emails, and you know what he does? He doesn't answer. They emailed him over and over again, trying to give him a chance to make a deal with them and maybe fix everything, but eventually, after he never responded, they just took the song down in 2022. After they sued him in December of that year, they tried to find his ass 7 different times, including one time they came to his mama's house on Mother's Day, but none of that worked. Eventually, when they did find him, they sued him for $800,000. They chose this number because the song made $700,000. Trey Fuego had already earned over $600,000.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, like earned 7,000, getting sued for like 8, I think. Yeah.
186,000 from the song, but the rest of the 14,000 wasn't given to him because they were somehow able to stop that money from getting to him after the lawsuit started, and they added another 100,000 for legal fees. Sony won the lawsuit, and Trey Fuego is now $800,000 in debt. Now that you're all caught up on this, I'm making this video because it turns out we missed some pretty important context. So last month in February, the producer on 90MH, Kevin Katana, actually spoke out about the song after Trey Fuego went on TikTok and started talking crazy about the producer. Trey Fuego was trying to make Kevin look bad, calling him greedy and saying he had no idea there was a sample in the beat. But the producer went and said he told Trey Fuego there was a sample. And court documents from the lawsuit from Sony actually show that Trey Fuego knew there was a sample the whole time. He just didn't give a f. So in the last video, when I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, I didn't know he already knew the sample was unclear the whole time, and he still put it out on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and that led him to lose on the lawsuit because he did it anyway, even though he knew about the unclear sample. Back when the song was just blowing up on SoundCloud and it wasn't even fully released yet, Trey Fuego originally never paid for the beat. The producer was trying to work with him and make sure they both got paid from the song and also get the sample clear by getting him to sign a contract. Trey Fuego decided, all that, and he basically ghosted Kevin, bought the beat for $30 and kept all the money for himself. The producer didn't make a dime off the song other than the $30, but he wasn't named in the lawsuit. So in the long run, karma caught up to Trey Fuego and Kevin got no consequences, so who really won? I will say, me personally, I think rappers should be able to sample shit a lot easier, and Sony really didn't need that $800,000. But in this case, it's completely Trey Fuego's fault for walking into this knowing what was gonna happen. Kevin could have helped him clear the sample because he's done it for other rappers before. He could have helped stop this whole lawsuit from happening, but Trey Fuego just didn't want to share the money with the guy who's responsible for half of the song even existing. And now he's in debt for probably the rest of his life.
Damn. So I guess that was that. Yeah, why Sony wants this song gone. Part 1 to part 2 in one video. I'm not gonna make shit off this video. I already fucking know. Whatever though. But yeah, I guess that's just a little quick upload because I like doing this new shit. Kinda. I don't fucking know. But yeah. I guess like or subscribe for more. Some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not here to fucking force you though. Yeah.